So, YouTuber gave me a request there wanting to have a look at my experimental engine graveyard. So, engines and pieces of them are all over my place here. Some down the basement now by my workshop, and see the plastic piston here, what's left of it, and then in the background there, the wooden connecting rod. And next to it we got the JB weld piston there, what's left of it. Just various bits and pieces of things. I don't know what this guy is. Oh, that'd be a piston valve piston. Hole drilled in it. And then we got part of my Tecumseh carburetor collection there. And let's see here. Down here we got a box of Tecumseh carburetors. That whole box is full of them. Yeah, there's a lot of Tecumseh carbs there. Another one sitting up there. And so I kind of got engines all over the place. There's a cutaway Briggs 5-horse that may have appeared before, not sure. There's up here's intake manifolds. Steel ones, since I can weld on them and things. That's my when I use the wooden piston crowns as well. So it's basically a steel cylinder head with no cooling fins, and I've used it a number of times. Here's a wooden piston with a oak crown on it there for the experiments I did with the various types of wood on the piston crown. And the top shelf here, I can see exhaust for the turbo compound. Its turbo's up here somewhere. You got the sleeve valve starter cover. There's remnants of a wooden piston crown. That's cedar or something. That's fairly soft. And I see various mufflers and things up there. Intake manifold off the drop that. Sloppy water cooled Briggs. Oh, there's a muffler off, rocket pipe. I remember the engine that went on too. That'd be probably a 5-horse. And we got there's a hemlock wooden head. That one burned through. And then we got the Ipe or teak wooden head. That one lasted the longest of them all. And it looks like there's another one there. Haven't got it labeled. Maybe a hard maple or something. That might have been the first one I did, actually. But that might have been oak. But yeah, just various sorted things up there. Pieces, bits and pieces. Looks like an 8-horse lawnmower carb. And oh yeah, there's different things. Lots of experimental engine parts there. Got one here that this will be the first time it'll be viewed on YouTube. My son finally cut the cooling fins in my Rolls-Royce Creasy type Briggs. Cylinder head for it. It's the first time I've shown it. He did that a number of months ago. One of these years I'll have to get that Creasy up and running. It's a supercharged sleeve valve 2-stroke. So it's definitely going to be a challenging project. But anyway, I gotta stop the video here while I move over somewhere else to another parts area. Down here, lurking in the bottom of a tool cabinet, is the Umo 205 type Briggs. That's a opposed piston supercharged 2-stroke, made out of 4-stroke engines. And in here we got the sleeve valve, engine block, and I'm gonna need about 14 hands to hold this here. I'll pull the block out. 1 second. Get the light back down there. There's the cylinder head and ports and sleeve drive and all that sleeve down there in the bottom. lots of fun. So yeah, there's parts of motors and things all over the place here, so I gotta make the video in clips while I walk around between locations here. So down here we got the centrifugal supercharged 5-horse. It's I need to get that thing running again, but anyway. And then here I just got various torn apart engines on shelves. It's sitting here, and then some 5-horse pieces here, different things, carburetors, and starter covers, and connecting rods. Finally started separating out my lawnmower governor vanes and different things. But as you see, we got a selection of flywheels there, and roller bearing crank 5-horse. Oh, there's my air compressor. This guy right here. That's the steel air compressor head. Actually got quite a bit of use out of that. Here's my box of 3.5 horse crankshafts. Well, small size, probably go all 2 horse all the way up to 3.5 to 4. Basically, push mower sized crankshafts. Different types, they're different lengths and things. But there's a Briggs push mower gas tank broken off the carburetor. We've got various car distributors and things there. I use them. This one actually I do use. That was on the 6-cylinder Briggs. And then back of that we got 5-horse Briggs crankshafts in that box. That one there, that one with the one you can see there that's bigger than the rest. That's one out of a 5-horse riding lawnmower. Over here on the floor we got looks like a whole bunch of 3-horse Briggs cast iron flywheels, the heavy flywheels there. So got stuff all over the place. There's my air chamber for casting big plastic Deltic parts, pressurizing them when after you pour the plastic in the mold to minimize air bubbles. Glad I had a welder friend. He did a good job on that. So here we got some parts off of the 3-cylinder stacker Briggs there. The one that sounded real nasty when it ran. And next to it there we got, well, it'll be a 2-cylinder 8-horse Briggs. Haven't had it running yet. My son's working on a 10-horse. This is 2 4-horses, his is 2 5-horses. But we got them attached together there. Basically I just need to finish it off. It's like everything else. Find the time and the interest to do it. And let's see, I think buried under here. Well, there's my my starter for the big engines, like the straight 6 and the straight 8. There's the 3-cylinder stacker. Got the bottom cylinder, crankcase covers off it. Intermediate cylinder and top cylinder with the flywheel and the 3. You can see the 2 of the 3 magnetos there. They're all let's see, 120 degrees apart so that it fires evenly. Tried to fix the problems with it, but it's tight. I have to pull it back apart and like sand the crankshafts down. They bind up when it rotates. And this isn't really an experimental engine, but there's the one cylinder set off my V4 Wisconsin. You can see this one here had water in it. Got some issues there. A big turbocharger there. That one was run as a jet engine actually. Not by me though. Oh, got another shelf here. You can see the red engine there. That's 1 cylinder of my 8-cylinder inline there. I taken it all apart and stored it various places. You can't, leave it outside assembled. And here I just got various lawnmower engine blocks and things. some crankshafts there, and different things. But storage shelf basically. So, but that's one of the engines that has been run. I got another one around here. I'll track it down.